Hi everyone, my name is Sophie and in today's video I'm taking part in a fun little challenge alongside 3 other bloggers. I will put their names and their pictures on the screen right here, and we have been challenged to try and use as many shades from the Revolution Fortune Favours the Brave palette as possible. So this palette has got 30 different shades inside, as you can see, and the aim of this video is to try and use as many shades from this eyeshadow palette as possible to create an eyeshadow look. So if you guys are interested to see how many shades I use from this palette, then just keep watching. So this is what the packaging looks like for the Fortune Favours the Brave palette, and then on the back it's just got all of the picture of all of the eyeshadows, and then the outer packaging looks like this on the inside. Look how gorgeous these shades are, and it does come with a little brush in the middle, and also it does have a name sheet that just goes over the top like this. So the challenge is for me to try and use as many of these colours as I possibly can in one look. So that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to try and use every single shade in this palette, but I'm not too sure how that's going to go. It could just end up looking like a mess, but I'm going to try my very best to incorporate all of these into a look. So first things first, I'm using the shade Cream all over my lid, and then I'm taking the shade Soft on my brow bone. So this one is Cream and I'm just using that as a base. It's pretty much the exact same colour as my skin. And then using the brush that came with the palette, I'm then taking the shade Soft, and I'm going to put this just below my brow bone. So that's 2. I'm then taking these shades Latte and Buffer, and I'm just going to put these in my crease as transition shades. So I'm going with the shade Buffer first, and then the shade Latte, and then taking the shade Tip Top, and I'm going to mix this with a bit of the shade Smoothie, and these are both green colours, and again I'm just focusing these on my crease. I think I'm just going to try and build up my crease colours, and then going to deepen it up with some of the blues and purples. So I'm using the shade Transformer, which is this colour here, and also Winning and Drama Queen, and I'm just going to build up these 3 shades into my crease, starting with the blue. Wow, that's really pigmented. And then dipping into the shades Drama Queen and Winning, which are these 2 purples. I think I want to try and use all of the matte shades first, and then I'll use all of the shimmers. And then the darker purple. I'm going to dip back into the crease colour that I used earlier. So this obviously still counts, it doesn't count as another shade. And I'm just going to use this to help blend out those edges. Okay, so now the only matte shades that I haven't used are the black and the dark brown, which is called Caffeine Fix and Blacker. I think I'll come back to those in a minute. I'm taking this shade here, which is called Skylight, and I'm just going to add some of this to what I've already done. And then using the brush that came in the palette, and I'm just going to use a little bit of concealer to cut my crease. I'm taking the shade New World, and I'm just going to put this all over my lid. I'm then taking the shade Caffeine Fix, which is the dark brown, and I'm just going to add this to my inner corners, sorry, my outer corners, just to merge those 2 together. And then to deepen it up even more, I'm taking the shade Blacker, which is this one here. So I've now used all of the matte shades. I now need to use the rest of the shimmers. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 16, 17 more shades that I need to use. I'm quite happy with the look that I've already created, but I'm gonna keep going. So I think I'm just gonna work my way across the rest of the shimmers and see how I can incorporate them into this look. So I'm starting with this shade here, which is called Glimmer, and I'm just gonna put this along my lower lash line. This one again is pretty much the same sort of shade as my skin, so it doesn't show up too much. And then just to make the blend a little bit more peachy, I'm using the shade Peachy, which is this shade here. I'm just going to use this to blend everything out and just add a touch of peachiness. I'm just working my way along the top row, so I'm then taking this shimmer shade here, which is called Hope. I'm just going to put this here, just to to blend into that black. Ooh, that's a really nice colour actually. And then the next one along is called Fortune, which is a khaki green bronze colour. And I'm just going to put this on the centre of my eyelid. Ooh, that colour's also really nice. So I've already used these two shades. I'm then going to take this blue and I'm just going to run this along my lower lash line, I think. Just on the outer corners. And then I'm taking the shade Ice Cloud, which is this white shimmer, and I'm going to put this on the very inner corners of my eye. Just here. Then the next shade along is called Golden Coins, and I'm just going to add this. This one's a bit more shimmery, so I'm just going to add this over the top of that coppery shade that I just used, just to intensify it a little bit more. Then the next shade along is called Cashmere, and I think I'm going to use this one on my lower lash line again. But I'm just going to use this in the middle. Then I've already used the next shade, which is called Tip Top. I'm taking the shade Yes Please and Green Machine. I've used Smoothie as well. Let's take Yes Please just here. And then Green Machine, which is the next shade along, I'm just going to put above. So I'm taking the shade Pink Diamond and I'm just going to focus this on the very inner portion of my eyelid here. Then I've used the shade Cream already. I've used this one. I haven't used this one. I have used the black, so I'm just taking this shade here. And again, I think I'm just going to add this. I'm just going to use this to define my crease a little bit more, because I feel like I've almost lost the cut crease. Then I've used the shade Blackwa. I've used this one. I've used this one. I haven't used these three or these two. So this is where it gets a little bit challenging. I think what I'm going to do is use these two dark purples, which are called Brave and the Revolution. They're pretty similar colours, but I'm just going to add these to my lower lash line. So I'm just adding the darker one here and just blending that in with the others. And then I'm taking this one, which is called the Revolution. I'm just going to put this here. And then using the shade Favour, and I'm just going to add this to the middle of there to add a bit of shine, because the others were not as shiny as I want them to be. So I'm just literally adding that here. And then I'm taking the shade, oh, I've only got two more shades to use. Okay, so I'm taking Sunset Hour. I'm going to add this here, also on my lower lash line, just over the top of those other colours. And then the final shade is called Super Gold, and it's this colour here. I'm going to use this right on the inner part of my inner corner here. Let me just double check that I've used all of them. Okay, so just going back through all of these, I can confirm that I have used all of these shades somehow on my eyes. I know that a lot of the shades have kind of merged into one, but I've definitely got all of them on there. Let me just give you a close-up of the palette just to show you that my brush has been dug into every single one of these shades, as it was a completely fresh palette at the start. Here we go. Here is your evidence. So I'm just going to add my eyeliner and my mascara, and then I will be right back to show you the finished look. So this is what the eyeshadow look looks like with my liner and my mascara on. So this is what the eyes look like. So that is it from me in this video. I can't actually believe that I managed to incorporate every single shade into my eyeshadow look right now. So I really hope you guys have found this video entertaining. I hope you've enjoyed it. Remember to check out the other bloggers that are involved. They will be linked in the description box of this video. And yeah, that is it from me. I hope you're all doing well, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!